All right, so here we have the amount formula. So is a formula we've come to know and love, right? We've seen this throughout the book so far. And so now we can deal with it in a different way now that we know or we have some experience with exponents. Um, we can kind of operate with this in a different way. So I think before a lot of times we n equals 1. And let me just go back a second. So A is the amount of an investment after you invest an initial P dollars, right? That's the principal or the initial investment at the rate of R. And remember, R is usually a percentage that we convert to a decimal when we put into our formula. And then N is the time or the number of years, right, that we're investing the money. So before, a lot of times N was 1, which kind of took out the exponent factor. But now that we have some properties and some tools with exponents, now we can deal with this in a different way. So let's check out an example. So we'll take a look at 84, and let me just write so A equals the principal, or the amount of our investment is the principal plus, or multiplied by the quantity of 1 plus R, the rate, to N years, right, to the nth power, which represents the number of years. So let's check out number 84. All right, so Alberto invested $80,000 in his brother's restaurant. His brother did well and paid him back after 5 years with 10% interest compounded annually. And by the way, this formula is built for compounded annually. If we were compounding more frequently, which is kind of another topic, then we'd have to switch up the formula just a little bit. There'd actually be a denominator under R. But anyway, so let's see. So here in this case, $80,000 is our initial investment, so that's P. 5 years, that's N, that's the number of years, right? And then the 10% interest, that's our rate. So we have everything we need to plug in, right? So we have A equals our principal, 80,000, multiplied by 1 plus our rate, which remember it's 10%, but we're going to convert that to a decimal, so it's going to be 0.10. That's 10%. You don't need the 0 at the end, nor the 0 in the front, actually, for that matter, but just to kind of show that's 10%, right, as a decimal. And then our exponent is 5, right? So basically, with your graphing calculators, you can just plug this straight into your calculator, just like that, and that's fine with me if you do that. We can simplify if we want to, so 80,000, and then 1 plus 0.1, we'll do what's inside the parentheses first, so that would be 1.1 to the 5th power, okay? And so if we're using PEMDAS, we would do 1.1 to the 5th power next, and we would get approximately 1.61, and then we multiply that by 80,000, right? And we would get 12,884, or actually 128,000, excuse me, $840.80. All right. All right, and so basically that's it. Notice that one thing, since we're adding here, we can't distribute, right? There's no power of a sum rule. There's just power of a product. So watch out for that. Don't try to distribute exponents when you're adding two values inside the parentheses. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Email, bring them to class, and hopefully you got something out of this video.